Hey y'all, good evening. Come on in. Time to cook a little bit of dinner. Just a little regular old fashioned dinner. Some rice, steak, and gravy, and some green beans. We're going to start out with the green beans. Hope y'all having a God bless Thursday evening. Okay, let's start with our onions. I'm going to go ahead and put those onions in there and let them start sauteing a little bit. And I'm gonna, this is a half of a medium onion, and this is a 1 1/4 pounds of green beans. By the way, these are the French cut green beans, and I want them to just sort of, I got them on high heat right now because it's not going to take that long to cook them. I am going to put in my usual seasoning. Half a teaspoon of my complete. Ouch. A half teaspoon of onion powder. You know, basically, when you're cooking, if you notice, if you cook a lot, you think, wow, I cook the same things all the time about the same way. And that's pretty much it, unless you venture outside the circle and cook something different, you know. Sometimes I do. I'll do that just while on Sunday. Sometimes I cook a great big old meal and try to switch it up a little bit. And I'm going to add some of my chicken flavored, about a half a teaspoon of my, this is my masala chicken seasoning, okay. And then of course, you know, I got to put my little bit of brown sugar in here. So these are still kind of frozen a little bit, so I keep the heat up high on them. They will make their own juices to cook in. Hope y'all are doing something good today, something exciting. This is my second time cooking for y'all today. This is my dinner meal. Remember this morning I cooked the sausage and the gourmet eggs and all that kind of good stuff this morning. So this is what Kareem and I are going to eat for dinner. Now tomorrow is Friday. Y'all, it might be one of those Fridays that I decide we're going to have a sandwich. Not, if I cook anything, it won't be a whole lot. So, green beans going, whew, it's good. I am going to get me a little bit of brown sugar to put in these beans. And I'm just going to let them cook there. They probably cook for about 20 minutes and they'll be done. On the back burner there, I've already steamed a small pot of Jasmin Rice. And over there, let's see, yeah, you can see that burner, that skillet. Let's get it in view. Okay, yeah. There, I'm going to do, I got these nice, thick porterhouse steaks. And I was going to just smother them, but I think I'm just going to pan fry them in some olive oil and a little bit of butter. And then I'll make some gravy to go over the rice. And I won't put the steaks into the gravy. So this is going to be just like a steak and rice and gravy and some green beans is all we're going to do this evening. And this is something you can have on the table within a 30-minute time frame. Good, hearty, healthy meal in 30 to 35 minutes. So let me go ahead and get my little bit of brown sugar to put in my green beans. And I'll be right back, and we'll go ahead and I'm letting the skillet heat up. So have it pretty hot at first to get it going, and then after you're gonna have to turn that heat down there because those steaks are but they're 3/4 inch thick, so they're gonna have to cook a little while. I'm gonna cover them at some point, or I might run them through the oven and let them finish off in the oven. I'm not sure yet just how I'm gonna do them, but I am looking forward to eating them. Just haven't figured out just quite how I'm going to finish these steaks off. Ooh, those beans smell real good, y'all. Okay. And you don't have to, like I say, you do not have to cook these long because they're the French cut green beans. They're not the regular whole green beans. I purchased those whole green beans from Sam's Club the last time, and for whatever reason, they are kind of stringy. I don't like stringy string beans, so I don't know how we're gonna do with those. The rest of those, I might have to I'm going to test them by cooking them and see how they do. So y'all know I hate to throw away food. Okay, y'all. Let's go ahead and get these steaks going because it's going to take a while to cook my steaks. So I'm going to go ahead and get them going in a real hot skillet. And then I'm going to have to turn that heat all the way down because I cannot cook them on that high heat all the way through. So, okay, they're going. Everything is cooking, and I'll be right back, y'all, so don't go away. Please don't go away. Okay, I've gotten my, excuse me, smoke or something. I put about a couple tablespoons of brown sugar in these beans. And all you gotta do is just stir it right in there because they only got about another 10 minutes to cook. Now, in order to get those steaks real good and tasty like I want them, I've already seasoned them and they've been marinating since yesterday because I took them out to cook yesterday. But I went ahead and marinated them with all my usual seasonings, my complete seasoning, onion peppers, onion salt, onion powder, garlic powder, complete seasoning, a little bit of Worcestershire salt. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put some of my Marsala seasoning on top of them. And I'm going to put some butter on them. And I'm going to keep turning them because what I want to happen is I want that flavor to be soaked all the way into these babies. Okay? I'm going to use, remember I told y'all the other day I went to the store, I ran to this girl and we got talking. And I purchased what they call plant butter. So I'm going to be using some plant butter on these steaks. Okay. I'm just going to, not a lot, I'm not going to be using a lot of that plant butter on them, but just enough to get them like I want them. So what I'm going to do is take a knife like so and just cut me out some of that plant butter. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn them for the first time like so. These are some big old pieces of meat, I'm telling you. This is like, let's see, I think these two steaks cost about $15. So those are pretty good sized steaks. They are, this is 2 pounds of steak, so this one's probably 3/4, that's 3/4 a pound, and that's probably, you need me to do what, baby? One of my favorite people. What you gotta do, you gotta go to the bathroom? Is the light on in the hallway? Okay. Go ahead, I'm coming. I have to watch him go to bed. He knows how to go in there. He just wants you to watch him. Go, go, go. Go. Get up the stairs. Get up the stairs. Get up the stairs. Get up the stairs. Go. He loves it when I do that. You know, that's what you have to do with little ones. You have to humor them. You have to humor those little ones. So I'm just going to slow cook these steaks and keep turning them. I'll turn them back over again with the butter side, or with the unbuttered side, and I'll go ahead and put some more seasoning on them, and I'll just keep turning them back and forth. I believe our beans are about done. Beans are done. Okay. So I'm just going to cover them like that, and I can just like set them and forget them. Because they are done. You know what? I think I'm going to leave that lid off because I don't want them to cook anymore. Because you don't want them to get soggy done. Okay. I've got these steaks on a medium-low heat. I don't want them to water up, but at the same time, I want them to cook. I'm just going to spread that butter out on them. And I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle them with a little bit more. Just a little bit, y'all. Okay. Just sprinkle. And when I flip them back over again, I'll put that plant butter on. Now this plant butter is supposed to be healthy butter, so we shall see what we shall see. And I'm just going to keep doing it about every 3 or 4 minutes because these are thick steaks. Kareem doesn't like a rare steak. I like a medium rare, so I'll be cooking mine for probably 4 or 5 minutes on each side, and he is going to have to cook about 10 minutes because he wants his done. And then I'll go ahead and use that same frying pan, and I will make a nice little brown gravy, so we'll have gravy for the rice. I'm not going to submerge those steaks into any into gravy. They're going to be just like, good old pan fried steaks like I normally do. So while we're letting the steaks cook, the steaks have to cook. I'm going to say, let's see, 10 minutes. Again, yeah, you can have this meal on the table inside of 30 minutes because it doesn't take 10 minutes to do. It takes 20 minutes on the rice, about 12 minutes on those beans, and all this stuff is cooking all along. So the longest thing to cook is going to be the steaks, and you don't have to cook the steaks no more. It's not going to take no 30 minutes, If you go ahead and season your steak the night before, you don't have to wait on it to marinate or not. You can pierce it or inject it to get that flavoring through it, so you can really do this meal in 30 minutes. So this is a nice, quick, healthy meal, y'all. So I'm going to let that steak continue to pan fry, and I'll be back shortly. Yeah. Okay. I can't tell. I might hurt myself. Yeah, I might hurt myself.
Doesn't hurt. My feet not hurt.
Your feet didn't hurt?
No.
Okay.
Does not hurt. Does not hurt. I'm not hurt. Okay?
All right, Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. My thing ain't more than near done. Thing ain't thin yet. Mm. Yes, darling. Okay, get down now. Don't go too far over there.
I sent this email over 2 decades ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we play the fish game? The fish game. You know where to go? You don't know.
Okay, one of the steaks is pretty much done. Mine is, but Corinne's is still cooking. So while that's cooking, I got some onions that I want to saute to be in the gravy. So while that's cooking on one side of the pan, I'm going to go ahead and just put those onions in right there and let them cook for about 5 or 6 minutes. And then Corinne's steak should be done. I'll go ahead and make the gravy, and this meal will be done, y'all. Okay, y'all. The steaks are coming out nice, juicy, brown, tender. Don't those look good? Wow. Okay. Just gonna throw a couple of pieces of onions on there. Got to. And then I'm gonna make some gravy right there in that same skillet. Okay. So the steaks are ready, the beans are ready. We get this gravy going here in a second. Everything's gonna be ready. Okay. Yes, darling. I'm gonna use a couple tablespoons of flour. I don't need a lot of gravy.
Is this the plate?
What, baby?
This is the plate?
No, that's yeah, for a cake. That's a cake plate. Not really a plate. It's a platter.
It's a platter for
Yeah.
the cake?
Yeah, platter for the cake. We'll
Is
keep.
this a plate?
Mhm.
It's a plate for the. It's a plate for what's it called?
A platter. Cake's a cake platter.
Cake platter.
Right, cake platter. It's bigger than a plate
I
because,
don't know the birthdays.
well, it was your auntie's birthday. Remember I told you it was auntie's birthday? Yeah, so we had the cake platter to put her cake on.
I had 2 birthdays.
Right, your birthday is in November. You got 2 more months before your birthday. And then we'll have a cake for you.
Oh, I did have a cake.
Yeah, I know you.
already had a cake.
Yeah, you already had your
I
cake.
had another one.
Right, November.
No matter.
Kids don't forget nothing. Okay, y'all, so I'm just going to brown up that 2.5 tablespoons of flour, a little bit more in there. Brown it, and when it gets as brown as I want it to be, I'm going to pour some cold water in it, and it's going to be gravy. Okay, this is beef, so let's put a little bit. That's why I use some of those onions. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this Lipton. Well, it's not Lipton. It's actually Food Line brand. Okay, I got that flour in a dark brown. I browned it to a dark brown color. And we're going to have us some nice dark brown gravy. So just go ahead and pour in. Probably about a couple cups. That should be enough for a couple cups. I just used my kettle water there. Okay, and you stir it, turn that heat down though, because you want that hot gravy stick, because you know it's gravy is thick now, it'll stick to your hands pretty much. Okay. Yum yum. Okay. This is some of that Lipton, not like I keep saying Lipton, but it's Food Line brand onion soup mix. Okay. We need a little bit more. It's a little bit too thick, a little bit thicker than I want. So listen, guys. Hope y'all been having a God blessed day. Hope everything's going well for you. That you'll continue to pray without ceasing about everything that's going on in the world today, so that we can all have a better outcome to life and be happy here for it. So I'm gonna haven't put any seasoning except for that onion soup mix. I'm gonna put a little bit of about a teaspoon of complete seasoning in there. I had black pepper in there, and that's all, because I want this to be just a regular traditional gravy. I'm not going to put the meat in there or anything. I'm just going to have it to go over the rice. And folks, that's how you make gravy. A little bit of oil, a little bit of salt, black pepper, just a little bit of seasoning. You don't need a lot of seasoning in there. So there you have it. Oh, except just one thing. Y'all know I got to put some of my masala seasoning in there. So listen, guys. This is one of those big old healthy meals that you can have on the table inside of 30 minutes. I've got my pan-fried steak here. I got my French cut green beans. And, of course, I got this good old homemade gravy there. Let me see if I can get everything going so you can see everything. Let's get everything in frame. That's gonna be yum yum good. I'm hungry, y'all. This is one day, honey. I won't be sitting down waiting. I'm gonna get me a plate going here shortly. I don't know about Kareem and Norik, but I'm ready to eat. I am ready to eat. Okay, so you can see everything that we got going on here. Let's go ahead and put the camera this away. So, what do we got? Got those nice porterhouse steaks, and I cooked them. The big one had to cook about 20 minutes to get like Kareem wants it. On that back burner there, I've got those French cut green beans, some steamed jasmine rice, and good old homemade dark brown gravy to go over that rice. So that's one of those quick, healthy meals that you can have. Come in, you want something good and healthy to eat and don't want to be in the kitchen all night long. There it is, folks. Without going out to a restaurant. There it is.
I said who stirred it?
There it is.
I said who stirred this?
I don't know what it is. Oh, I said there it is. You want to know whose there it is. There it is. There's the food right on the stove. The food's on the stove. So listen, guys, keep those prayers going up now so the blessings will continue to come down. Keep on praying for one another, cooking some good food, standing in the gap, and resolving those issues and those differences that you may have along the way. So until I decide to cook again, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for your comments, compliments, prayers, and standing in the gap. And remember to continue to pray without ceasing and keep those prayers going up now so the blessings will continue to come down, and pray for our fellow man. Until I cook again, love you guys. Toodaloo.